church that brings me closer to my Savior. Little bit of heaven, a whole lot of love left behind.
Well, good morning and welcome to Rise and Shine, Franklin County. It's going to be a beautiful day out there, and here we are already in the middle of August. Can you believe it?
No,
I can't believe it. We're already at the day 15, but we have a familiar face with us this morning, and we're going to talk about some things that are going on up in Ferrum College. And the kids are back. Your children are back.
I am. And it is happy time at Ferrum College. The kids are indeed back. The classes are, this is the end of the first full week. The kids started back. Classes started on Monday. And so the buzz and the excitement of a new year, of freshmen, of returning upperclassmen, of the journey into first year of Division II, it's incredible. And of course, you know, we are, by the grace of God, we have the largest incoming class since 2018. We are so thrilled. These kids are coming. It's a little different class, actually. It's because we normally are focused on Southwest Virginia, and it still is, don't get me wrong. But this year, we are getting kids from all over the world, from all over the United States. We've had kids from California and from Oregon, from Arizona, New Mexico, from Florida. We've have kids from Spain and from Africa, from the UK, from Brazil, from Germany. This is just exactly what it ought to be, a college campus. It is just a coming together of kids who want a second to none education, which is taught by incredible faculty and supported by dedicated staff. And they're there and they're happy, and you know the practices have already started, and the coming together of the teams and together with everyone. Oh, it's just such a beautiful sight.
You know, for kids coming from all over, that just gives me cold chills, and I'm not even connected with Ferrum in that way. But isn't that wonderful that they have sought out Ferrum College and to come from all over the world? You might as well say
it is.
That is exciting.
And we have of course of Central and South America. We've got kids from the Dominican Republic, from Nicaragua, from Mexico, and it's wonderful because you know they're just marching out. They are coming together, but yet they're going out to seek others. And it's, you know, some of them, we have a young man from Uganda, and he actually tried to come to Ferrum College last year, but was not able to get a visa. So he persisted, grit, persistence, essence of Ferrum College, and he's here now. And so I said to him, so how's it going? He said, you know, it's very different. It's very different. And of course, yesterday I saw him and I said to him, so how's the first couple of weeks going? The first couple of days going? He says, oh, I just love it here. Everybody is so wonderful. And my peers are just coming up to me and want to find out about my country. And, you know, and it's just, you can see just the meekness, the humility, the excitement. And of course, our own Brody, you know, when I walked in, he was outside. And I said, so how's the first couple of days of school going? And he says, well, we haven't had much work yet. Of course, it's the first week. It's kind of orienting them into the pace. And he's going into nursing on top of that. So it's a very strict orientation. And he said, but it's wonderful. And that's what we want to hear. It's wonderful. The kids are settling in.
But to think about the kids, the students, and interacting and letting each other know about their countries.
It is.
That is, I mean, that's such a plus.
It is. And you know, yesterday started with METS, which of course we have to remind everybody because today is the first day of Fish Fry Friday.
That's exactly
you know,
right.
but yesterday they had an international meal, and it was a South American meal. So they had these fried bananas, the plantains that I love actually, and they had black beans and they had rice and all of this stuff. And these kids were coming over and it was just, they were lighting up. It's like, oh, we're beginning with international meals because they love it. And so, and Levi does such a wonderful job of doing that. And his staff, you know, we've got ladies there, Miss Kathleen, Miss Evelyn, that have been there for 50 years.
Wow.
You know, and they know every kid. Of course, Mike Ferguson, who's a proud Ferrum College alumnus, who directs the dining hall activities as the associate director. They know every kid. They speak to them. Some of them were saying, oh, I remember when your mother was here.
Wow.
You know, and those are the wonderful things, the wonderful stories that is about Ferrum College. This is, you know, we are still that destination of choice for kids who want an exceptional education because of our programs of distinction and our people of excellence, and they are coming. I will say that still as a college of opportunity, even though we brought in the largest incoming class, believe it or not, we are still receiving applications, and we will receive applications until Monday. So if you're late, and you all of a sudden are listening and seeing everybody is leaving you, we still will accept you at Ferrum College. All you need to do is just come on in. We'll accept you on the spot. We'll give you an assignment for your classes, and we'll get you into class. So we'll catch you up next week with the orientations. We'll do a very quick on-ramping so that you don't miss a beat.
Okay, but Monday, that's the 18th.
Yeah.
Now, you can't procrastinate. Today's the 15th, so you've got until Monday that you can still get into the semester.
And we have the fall bash going on tomorrow. That means all sorts of games, activities for members of the community, for our own kids. We have admissions on the spot. We have some of our clubs that will be there, like we have Fellowship of Christian Athletes that will be there, and some of the other clubs, so that you can to get involved. And then, of course, at 2 o'clock, we have to walk with a scrimmage with our football team. So if you want to come and see the Panthers, you can go ahead and come tomorrow at 2 o'clock and you can see the scrimmage free of charge. This is something that we want to begin to get the community at the college because we are one.
That is so exciting.
It
It just
is.
gives me cold chills to think about these kids coming in from all over the world. They have come to our diamond in the rough.
That's exactly right. And you know, it just, again, it's so neat because some of them, obviously they've learned English in their countries, but this is the first time that they're actually speaking it in an English-speaking country. And you see them very timid, and then all of a sudden you see kind of the light go off and say, oh, it's okay, I'm surrounded by friends. And then all of a sudden they open up. It is really a beautiful sight. And our alumni are back. We have some of our alumni that are coming in to help with the on-ramping, whether it's tennis or baseball, whether it's football or other sports, soccer. It's wonderful. It really is wonderful. And of course, the community has already started to come in. There's several members of the community that are staples at the college who will come in, not just for Fish Fry Friday, but for breakfast sometimes, for supper a couple nights a week so that they don't have to cook. And they're back. And it's wonderful to see them and to see the kids interacting together. So it's a happy time at Ferrum College.
I'm excited. We're coming tonight to
Yes,
Fish Fry
great.
Friday. Bill's going, his hours are so he can come today. Now, next week, he'll be on regular hours and he won't get off till 7. I'm like, well, can't you go in an hour early and we can slip up there, but we are coming tonight. And I'm excited
Yes.
to see all these kids.
It is, and you will see the armies, you know, come the other day, as I call them, the football army came in, they let them out practice all at the same time. There's about 7:15, and it was like, because there's 149 of them. Wow. And they all came in, and you know, you could see everybody behind the counter just hustling to get them
Scrambling,
through.
yeah.
You know, and it's a rhythm. Of course, we got them fed, and they were happy, and we got them through the line very quickly. It just, you know, you've been on a denouement, you've been on a slow pace during the summer, even though we've had a lot of camps, which has been wonderful. But it's just to get everything ramped up. And of course, it's just that rhythm for everybody to get together.
Hey, if I looked out and saw 149 people coming to me to feed them, I'd probably have coronary.
Well, actually, it was more like 250 because then the men's and women's soccer team came in with them at the same time. And, but those people went like that. They got him
know
in,
what
they
they're
got him
doing.
out, and it's a wonderfully structure. It's like, come on in, and we've got now these big screens so that they can see what the meals are,
Oh,
so that
cool.
by the time they come in, they don't have to go, well, let me see, what might I want? No, now it's like, I want this, this, and this, or it's like some of them, of course, with the football player, I want the works. Oh, it's easy, so we can get them through.
Well,
So,
that is exciting. Well, if you haven't heard us, it is Fish Fry Friday. This is the first night that it has started back because they were doing renovations in the cafeteria. So tonight from 4:30 to 8.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it's $12. It's still
I
$12.
believe it is.
Well, it's in that vicinity. It's $12 plus tax. This is your fish or another side.
Or
your
another
vegetables,
entree, yes.
Entree, yes. Your vegetables, salad bar, and it's a wonderful salad bar. And I have to say that their greens are raised right there in the Titmus greenhouse.
That's right.
And your dessert and your drink for $12 plus tax. And you cannot get a meal anywhere
No,
for
it
that
is.
price.
And then, of course, let's not forget the ice creams and the
Oh,
desserts,
yeah.
because the ice cream come from the creamery, so it's not anything that is processed or what have you. And then, of course, all of the desserts are handmade, are made by our pastry chef right there at Ferrum College, just like the food. Everything is cooked on site. We try to use, Mess tries to use local providers, whether it's our beef from KC, or whether it's the ice cream from the creamery, whether it's the ingredients, whether it's the lettuce that is grown, as you said, at the Tismet farm by our students. Everything we try to be part of our community, because our community is part of Ferrum College. At the end of the day, we're the Panther family, and that's not just what's underneath that dome of the 700 acres that is Ferrum College. It's the entire Franklin County community. It's also Henry, and it's also Bassett, and it's also all of these areas that feed into Ferrum College, because we are the college of the area. And so for that, we're very grateful. Our parents are sending us their students. We are getting a whole lot of transfers that are coming. We've got an incredible partnership with Patrick and Henry Community College. And if you go there, we are their college, their of choice. We are their partner college. So if you graduate from there, all of your credits transfer. And that's really important, because in some other schools, you may be a junior, but then they look at your credits and say, well, yeah, but you didn't take all the right classes, so therefore you're really a sophomore.
Oh.
And you go kind of backwards. And we're very much in tune and aware that every semester is a semester that these students don't go to work. Every semester is a semester that these students have to pay for. So we have a commitment that if you graduate from a Virginia Community College system and you come to Ferrum College, we will accept all your credits, and you've got to graduate, from them. And if you do that, then we'll accept your credits. And if there's, for whatever reason, there's a credit or two that you have to take in addition, we pay for it. Now, that doesn't mean if you fail a course, but if, we look at it and you say, well, you took this course over here, but you really should have taken this, and there's no way to substitute it, and that goes over the requirement of the 120 hours, Ferrum College, Ferrum Promise will say that we will pay for it. So again, we have been, you've heard me say this over and over and over and over and over and over again, and I'm going to say it again. We were founded 112 years ago by the women of the United Methodist Church,
Right.
as a college of opportunity in Southwest Virginia, a college that welcomed individuals from all walks of life, individuals who came off the fields, off of the farms, who came off the dairy farms, individuals who had ability and intellect and drive and potential and work ethic, but perhaps not mobility because of where they were, because they had to work. 112 years later, we're still that college of opportunity, welcoming individuals not just now from Southwest Virginia, but now from the United States and the world. Individuals who still have that desire, that drive, that work ethic, that grit, that persistence. and who want a second to none education taught by incredible faculty and supported by incredible staff. And we're coming. And that's, we keep saying this is a year of Ferrum Rising. We've had ups and downs, and that's the truth. But this is the year of Ferrum Rising. This is the year where we come together and we say, we're going to rise like a phoenix from the ashes, and we're going to be stronger, and we're going to go further. And with individuals like you who continue to promote Ferrum College, with individuals like you who promote Ferrum College, we are becoming not a Ferrum who, but Ferrum College. Yes, I know. And I told you the story when I was at Cooperstown a couple of weeks back. Billy Wagner, of course, who was inducted that weekend into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. And it was a wonderful weekend. And he was surrounded by many of his team players. He had this display that they gave him, right, with pictures, and it was just like an hourglass, just humongous, right? And they allowed them to choose, I guess, 2 jerseys. And Billy chose one jersey, and that was the Astros. And he had baseball caps from all of the teams where he had played. But the second jersey was Ferrum College jersey. Wow. And across the front, it said Ferrum. And so John was, as we were walking around, had this Ferrum College shirt on the lapel. And it was a very sunny day. I was wearing a Ferrum College hat. And we were walking through the streets of Cooperstown, and people were looking at us and saying, Ferrum College, that's where Billy went to school. And I'm going, yes, yes, yes. It was a beautiful sight. It was just, thanks to him, we are now, again, a household name.
Yes, we're on the map.
And it was just, I got an email from a friend who lives in LA, from another one that lives in San Antonio. And the one in San Antonio said, it's not every day that I wake up to the front page of the San Antonio newspaper saying Ferrum College, Billy Wagner, Ferrum College on the front page.
Wow.
And the gentleman in LA said, the LA Gazette, I opened the sports section, and there you are, Ferrum College, Billy Wagner. And so that's what we're seeing. And so this is the year of Ferrum Rising. This is the year that we go out into the world and we say we're alive and well, we're open for business, and we are that destination of choice.
Absolutely. Well, this weekend, I will see some of the young ladies that came to Ferrum. Mm-hmm. The girls that graduated the year before me, Joanne Carter Henson, she came
That's
to
right,
Ferrum.
It's the fair. Of course you would be seeing them. It's the Ag Fair.
Well, that's the Ag Fair, but I'm going to my class reunion.
Well, no, I know, but every time that it's the Ag Fair, you go to your class reunion. You're right.
It's always,
you're absolutely right.
Always third Saturday in August. Yep. But I'm saying these girls that went to Ferrum, then I will be seeing them this weekend. I get the pleasure of being the Master of Ceremonies.
Mistress of Ceremony.
Mistress, okay. Yes.
Yes, you're the Mistress of Ceremony.
For the friend called me, and first he asked me to do another thing, and I said, sure, I'll do it. And then he asked me if I would do the Mistress of Ceremonies. I'm like, sure, I'll do it. Mm-hmm. So, have to be. I
was going to say, the mouth of the South, who talks about everything. Of course you would,
Well, we did a presentation, our Lions Club did a presentation at the high school the other day. We went out and partnered with Walmart and bought all these personal items that kids need, like shampoo, body wash, deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrushes. And we presented those to these 2 girls that started it, and they're going to be on the show next week. This was their vision, to get these things to have for students that didn't have it. Well, we had Channel 7 there, we had the newspaper there, we had Cable 12 there. And so the young man was interviewing me, since I'm president of the Lions Club, and I was just going on and on and on and on, fluently telling him this and that and that. And so one of our members said, you should be a politician. You can just talk. I said, no. I tried that one time.
No, but it was, and speaking of the fair, we were grateful. We had the Young Farmers Club and Agricultural Club that's led by Dr. Nancy Brubaker, opened the fair. Secretary Lorb, Secretary of Agriculture, was there, and Delegate Davis, and of course our own very own Mr. Thompson, our chairman of the Board of Supervisors, was there, and everybody was there to open the fair.
That's wonderful.
And it was wonderful, and there were lots and lots of people already there on the very first day. I think let's see, when was it?
Wednesday.
We opened on Wednesday at about 5:45, 5
Yep.
o'clock. And there were also all of the winners of the pageants with the little princesses. And there was one, I had never seen it, I didn't realize it, but there was a baby with a crown being held. They started that early, beautiful little baby, and of course all of the different ages. So it was nice. And you know, the first day of the fair, 5 o'clock, the lines were just people just wanting to get in. So you know, it's going to be a wonderful day, a wonderful event. Regrettably, this year for Ferrum College it's going to be a sad year there as well.
Right.
Because of course we were talking about it earlier. The patriarch of our theater department and the founder of the Jack Tales, who has performed at the fair for the last 50 years, will not be there. And unfortunately, as you know, our patriarch Dr. Rex Stevenson, passed away on Wednesday, and it's sent shocks through the college. Certainly, for me, has been very difficult. He was, you know, it's tough when you meet somebody, but they're no longer at the college. You know, you don't see them day in and day out. But Rex was at the college every day. He was still working. He worked all of the plays that we did last year. He was the director. Of course, he did a solo. He normally did a solo every year, and you know, Mark Twain soliloquy. And so, you know, I have such. He was the very first professor who was just so kind to me, and just immediately just welcomed me. You know, he did. You know, at one point he turned around at the last year, and he said, you know, I'm back here because of you. And I would see him when I walked the quad, and he was coming out of the theater, and he would stop and wait for me to come to him so I could give him a hug. And I just had the privilege of knowing him for about 2.5 years. Other, you know, the girls at the theater, of course, that was their father. And they and some of the faculty who have been there for 25, 30, 40 years, they've grown up together. They've grown old together. And he was such a staple at Ferrum College. And of course, we were so grateful. We were talking about it the other day, that we were grateful that we had been able to dedicate the Rex while he was there, because that was the highlight. I mean, we've got pictures of him just beaming with joy. And
now let's tell people what that is. The black box downstairs in the theater has been dedicated to Rex Stevenson. They've got pictures all up on the wall.
That's right.
Well, when I had Rex on the show, and when they had just started doing the plays again, because it was a period of like, 10 years they didn't do them.
I understand.
So
that
when
was the case.
this was like
when I arrived.
You arrived, and then he was on with Emily, and he was right before he did Mark Twain, and he did it beautifully. We came to that show, and he was fabulous.
He was, and you looked at him, and he looked like Mark Twain. I remember thinking, you know, he went on and 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 on, and he didn't miss a beat. And I remember thinking, how in God's green earth does that gentleman do that? And it was just, it's just the persona, the way he looked, the way he moved, the fact that he remembered all of the lines and the stories, and he was a master storyteller. He was just a master storyteller. And so he will be greatly missed. His family, you know, keep them please in your prayers, and certainly the Ferrum College family, because I think we are truly, when I say we're a family, this has hit us. It has hit us hard. This was somebody that, you know, 3 weeks ago was in the theater. getting ready for class. 3 weeks ago, he was in the theater. And it just is difficult. But, you know, at the risk of sounding cliche-ish, it's things like this remind us that the present is a present.
Yes.
It's a gift. And we need to embrace it, and we need to tell the people that we love them, and we need to honor them, and we need to hug them, because we don't know what tomorrow will bring.
That's exactly right. As when I always say, live every day to the fullest, because we don't know. Yesterday's gone. We're here today, but we don't know about tomorrow.
That's right.
We don't know. You know, we may be here, we may not.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. You know, give everybody a hug.
Yeah, but you know, this is a life to celebrate. We will miss him, but this is a life to celebrate. He has touched hundreds and hundreds and thousands of students through his 50-plus year at Ferrum College in theater throughout the world. This is somebody who, when we think of somebody making a difference, he has, and that's a life well lived. And it's a life that we will celebrate.
Yes. I saw him after he did his Mark Twain. We were coming out, and again, this was the first play that they had done in 10 years. And I came out, and he thanked me for me announcing it on here, that they had a packed house.
Yeah.
So I said, well, you know, my pleasure.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I've
yeah.
enjoyed every play I have seen up there.
Yeah.
Everybody has done an excellent job, and he will be missed.
And we will still celebrate his legacy. In October is the 50th, exactly the 50th year anniversary of the Jack Tales. And so we will remember that legacy, and we will celebrate Dr. Rex Stevenson. So,
Well, I tell you what, we're going to take a break.
Yeah,
and
we are.
hear from our sponsors.
yes.
We'll be right back.
You go ahead and come on in to Ferrum College.
It's bow time. Hurry into Bojangles for 2 scratch-made sizzling sausage biscuits for just $4. 1 bite and you'll want breakfast for dinner. Good thing we serve savory sausage biscuits all day. But this 2-for-4 deal won't last forever. It's bow time.
We are Lions. We bring hope where it's needed. Support causes that matter. Change lives. Change communities. Change the world. Visit lionsclubs.org to learn more.
At Shentel, we understand our first responsibility is to provide you with fast, reliable internet at reasonable prices. That's why we're excited to offer Powerhouse from Shentel, new faster internet packages that are more affordable than ever. Powerhouse packages are designed to provide that peace of mind you want. Choose between 4 simple, hassle-free internet packages. When just a few people use your network regularly, 50 megabits per second, our lowest Powerhouse speed, is probably more than enough. Priced for your budget and still faster than what most other providers can deliver. 50 megs not quite enough? Bump up to 150 to make sure no one buffers. And for the multi-user, multi-device, heavy gaming video streaming household, we offer an enhanced speed package of 300 megs. But since your needs change daily, you have the option to push your network to the max with the top tier that reaches speeds up to 1 gig. That's 1,000 megs per second. We've heard you, and we know you want value. Powerhouse helps you get the most out of your internet with easy-to-understand rates that are just plain better. Combine these incredible new speed packages with our amazing unlimited data option and surf, stream, and download to your heart's content. Powerhouse, is the result of Shentel's hard work to expand and upgrade our network. We made sure to build it to fit your needs right now and continue to make improvements so it'll be strong enough for your future. Learn more about Powerhouse at Shentel.com. Make the switch and turn your house into a powerhouse today. The fastest internet from the one provider that calls this place home. Shentel, always connected to you.
Our roads and highways are busier than ever.
With tractor trailers and large company vehicles.
While most truck operators are responsible drivers,
Accidents do occur, resulting in catastrophic injuries and fatalities. At Crandall & Cott, our specialized team is highly skilled at obtaining the maximum compensation.
if you've been injured, call the law firm that cares.
Call Crandall & Cott today for a free consultation.
Founded by Bob and Belle Cooper in 1975, Uttermost has been family owned and operated for over 45 years. The name Uttermost comes from the Bible, Acts chapter 1, verse 8. This verse expresses our personal beliefs to share God's word to the uttermost part of the earth. Though rooted in our time-honored traditions, we prioritize expanding our collections each season with the most fashion-forward products in the industry. We take pride in our innovative product design, attention to detail, and first-class customer care, making us a respected resource for retailers and interior designers around the world. Join the Uttermost team. We are now hiring directly for a variety of positions. To learn more, visit our website at www.uttermost.com/jobs or give us a call at 540-483-5103.
If the workday's over,
Welcome back to Rise and Shine. We're so glad to have had Dr. Martin on and telling us about the exciting things and all the students coming from all over the world to Ferrum College. That is exciting. I'm excited. We're going to the Fish Fry tonight. This is the first night that it's started back up. It's from 4:30 to 8 up there in the cafeteria. And so I'm just anxious to meet some of these students from all over the world. That is so exciting. But our thoughts and prayers are with the faculty and friends up there in the passing of Dr. Rex Stevenson. He was a matriarch, I guess you could say, just a staple of Ferrum College for 50 years. So our thoughts and prayers with all of them. This is hard. Okay, but it's fair time. So the fair goes on tonight from 5 to 10 p.m. and tomorrow from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. And the ticket sales will end at 9 p.m. each night. Now, ages 0 to 5 are free. Ages 6 to 17 is $5. Ages 18 to 64 is $10. Ages 65 and up is $3. But you must, if you want to ride the rides, you have to get the wristband, and it is $10, and that is an extra fee. So if you want to ride, you got to get that wristband. They do accept major credit cards and debit cards. Now, they got a bull down there. Not a real bull. It's a mechanical bull, and I was going to go last night, but I had a Lions Club meeting, and I didn't get there. But you never know. Twist may get there yet. I may have to run by there tomorrow. Lots is going on tomorrow. We've got a show in the morning. I've got to go dig for diamonds. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. Then I got to go to my class reunion in Clifton Forge, so it's a full day for me tomorrow. But anyway, go down to the fair. And they have put so much work into it. And like Dr. Martin says, the line was there. They do have handicap parking right there in the parking lot where you go in. There is also parking across the road. They do have buses and golf carts to get you over to the fair. So they have taken care of everything you can think of. We thank them so much for all the work that they put in for having the Ag Fair. Now, tomorrow there is going to be the Warren Street, it's their 25th anniversary of Warren Street Festival. All are welcome. The admission is free. This is going to take place at the Rocky Mount Farmers Market from 12 p.m. until 10 p.m. There will not be a farmers market as it usually is at the market tomorrow. Highlights are going to be live music and performances, food trucks and local vendors, kids' activities and games, mobile Black History Museum, and the Warren Street Cruise-In. Bring your lawn chair and come and celebrate our culture and community. And again, that is tomorrow from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. All right, we have started. Oh, and also tomorrow, you go down to Joe and Company at Westlake. You pass the Kroger store, and then the next set of buildings, their jewelry store is on the end of the building, and she is going to have Diamond Dig. You dig for a cause, and this is for the Children's Cancer Fund. and you pay $35 for this bucket, and you get to dig. She's got a big sandbox, and you dig down one dig, and then you take this sand over to the sieve, and you pour it in there, and you see what jewels that you may have won. Now, there is a 2-carat diamond in there. There are rubies, emeralds, blue topaz. I'm thinking she said 2,000 jewels in there, but there is a 2-carat diamond in there somewhere. Well, Joyce is going to go down and take her chances and do a dig. Now, when you buy this little bucket for $35, you also get this coupon. It's only good for tomorrow. And you get 30% off. This is Digging Deals, one day only, 30% off of one item. And it's only valid tomorrow. And a portion of each sale is donated to this Children's Cancer Fund. Now, this is applicable to whatever is in stock, and it is not applicable to the estate jewelry. I'm always cruising the estate jewelry, but there's some pretty other things down there in the case. So I'm going to have to use my coupon tomorrow. I got to remember to take that with me. So much is going on this weekend. Now, we had a lady here from the town of Rocky Mount, and they have started the Rocky Mount Summer Passport Program. Now, if you go into the store and you scan the QR code, there are 10 retail locations and 10 restaurants. To register, visit any participating business or scan the QR code on the Discover Rocky Mount Facebook page. Once you register, check into 5 locations, food and beverage, and 5 retail locations by scanning a unique QR code at each location. Now, you've got to do this before September 15th, so you've got a month. Now, to complete your passport and qualify for the Rocky Mountain Summer Passport Grand Prize, which will be awarded during the Rocky Mountain Fest on September the 20th. More information can be found on their Facebook page. All right, now we're going to start up the scarecrows. Registration is now open if you would like to build a scarecrow. Cannot be a repeat of what you did last year. This is a free and open to any individual, family, business, or organization who wants to participate. You must register before September the 10th, and your scarecrow must be decorated before September 19th, and that's the day before Rocky Mount Fest. Visit RockyMount.com or the Community Partnership Facebook page to register. This is a fun and friendly competition with awards being announced at the Spooky S'mores and Fireside Tales annual event at Wade Park. Then, happening on September the 20th is our Rocky Mount Fest. I'll tell you more about that later. We've got a month. Now, Autumn Fest, the 11th annual Autumn Fest fundraiser for the Stepping Stone Mission Soup Kitchen will be on September 27th from 10 to 3 p.m. in the parking lot there in front of the stadium. Now, if you are a vendor, if you sell jewelry, if you sell oils or soaps or whatever, you can register. You pay $50 for your table. Then whatever you sell is yours to keep. Now, Rocky Mountain Lions Club is going to have a table, and we've had the guys in mind this time. We're going to have got a beautiful tool chest that we're going to sell chances on. We have a food processor for the ladies, and then we have a weather station. And you can take a chance. They're $5 each, and you can take a chance to win. You can win one of these 3 things. Well, for $5, I mean, this is a great opportunity. So we're going to be there selling those. We're going to be there selling Malabar Black Pepper, which is wonderful, made by Happy Home Flavorings. And we were talking about last night, there's a possibility we may be selling something else too. But if you want to be a vendor, go by the soup kitchen there on North Main Street and let Stacy Kelly know, or you can email, this is all one word, MARIEKAN31@gmail.com. Again, if you didn't have your pen, MARIEKAN31@gmail.com. They're going to have great food, local vendors, raffles, and music. Again, this is going to be from 10 to 3 p.m. on September 27th. Well, I think that is all the announcements I've got for you. A lot going on this weekend with Warren Street. We got the fair going on. We got the Diamond Dig. Got my class reunion. Ooh, I've got a full day tomorrow. That's a fact. And again, like we said, our prayers and thoughts are with the Ferrum family in the passing of Dr. Rex Stevenson. He will be sorely missed. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We will see you again on Monday. And we're going to have a lady from the community choir to come in and tell you they're getting their group together again. So the director is going to be here with us on Monday, and we'll see you then. Have a great weekend.
Learn more, visit our website at www.uttermost.com/jobs or give us a call at 540-483-5103.
If the workday's over but your hunger is gearing up, go for all the hand-breaded chicken you can handle. Cause with 8 pieces of handcrafted chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea, you can clock out and still enjoy a delicious dinner. It's bow time.
Hello, Franklin County. It's Doug Williams with Budget Blinds. And we're your turnkey solution to all your window covering needs. I hope you're watching Franklin County Cable 12 Sports, where we bring to you the umpires and the officials each and every week. And every time a bad call is made, that is brought to you by the blind guys. Is this year you're building that new house? How about adding on that sunroom you've been talking about? Well, here at Budget Blinds, we're here to help. The consultation is free, we do the work, and it's all backed by our 5-year, no questions asked warranty. This year, let the blind guys help you see the possibilities.
When it's time to celebrate the life of someone special, turn to Connor Bowman Funeral Home. With 2 full-service facilities, we offer professional care and service to our community. 100% owned and operated, offering you the traditional historical Lynch Connor Bowman and Franklin County's most modern and newest facility on 220 North. We can assist you with pre-arranged funerals, and we house an on-site crematory. We can come to your home to make arrangements and pre-arrangements. We offer the release of 1 white dove, 1 memorial video, and video of the service if held in one of our chapels at no cost to you. Connor Bowman Funeral Home, Rocky Mount and 220 North.
Doyle Custom Embroidery is your family-owned, faith-based choice for custom embroidery, screen printing, and heat printing right here in Franklin County. If you want to improve your business's image, promote your event, or just create your own custom product, then Doyle Custom Embroidery is your choice. We can embroider anything that will hold a stitch. Check out our huge selection of quality products at dcestore.com. And remember, we'll keep you in stitches.